the announcement of a tiered tariff strategy targeting key European allies, Denmark, Norway, Sweden, France, Germany, the UK, the Netherlands, and Finland, marks a profound shift in the transatlantic relationship, moving it from a cooperative security alliance toward a purely transactional and coercive dynamic. By leveraging a baseline 10% tariff that escalates to 25% by June, the US administration is utilizing economic pressure as a primary tool for territorial expansion, a move that threatens to fracture the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, at its core. European leaders have expressed that such a maneuver undermines the fundamental principles of national sovereignty and international law, potentially leading to a total suspension of military and intelligence cooperation. As the US attempts to force a sale of Greenland, the resulting diplomatic rift creates a lonely geopolitical landscape where former allies are driven to diversify their trade and security dependencies, seeking new partnerships with South America or China to hedge against American volatility. Economically, the development signals the onset of a high-stakes trade war that risks stifling global growth and destabilizing financial markets. While the tariffs are intended to extract a specific concession from Denmark, their immediate impact will be felt by American consumers and European exporters alike, particularly in sectors like German automotive manufacturing and British steel. Economists predict that the initial 10% levy could dampen Eurozone GDP growth and trigger retaliatory measures, which would only exacerbate inflationary pressures and supply chain disruptions. Furthermore, the ultimatum creates a reciprocal tariff environment where the unpredictability of US policy may lead to a significant depreciation of the dollar and a decline in international trust in the US as a reliable economic partner. This financial tightening, coupled with potential European sanctions, could force a restructuring of global trade routes and a move away from dollar-based transactions as the targeted nations fight to protect their domestic industries. For Greenland itself, the situation is one of profound existential and political anxiety, as the island is treated as a bargaining chip in a dispute it did not initiate. Despite the strategic and resource-rich value of the Arctic territory, including its critical minerals and untapped oil reserves, the local government in Nuuk and the broader population remain staunchly opposed to an American takeover, citing the preservation of their unique Inuit culture and language. The pressure from Washington has inadvertently strengthened Greenland's resolve for self-determination and fueled its independence movement from Denmark, even as it relies on the Danish kingdom for defense and foreign policy. Rather than securing the region, the threat of economic coercion or military annexation has created a security vacuum that could invite the very Russian and Chinese influence the US claims to be deterring. Ultimately, Greenland finds itself caught between its desire for economic development and the reality of being a sacred piece of land in a modern-day struggle for Arctic supremacy, where its right to sovereignty is being weighed against the weight of global trade tariffs.